Hey, what's happening, all you mechanical maniacs? Hurst Quayzar here. Welcome back to Rot2Rad. That's where we take a car out of the junkyard, we bring it back into here into Quayzar's Customs, and we build it into something radical. Now, the 64 Impala I have here was something we dug out of the junkyard on the last episode. I haven't really done anything out to it yet outside of just cleaning it up and trying to get the feel for what's going on. But yeah, this is going to be a kind of a custom car. I'm going to keep it red. I think I'm going to keep it red. So that's going to be a fun one to just to tinker with and build around. Yeah, I think that's cool. The Cobra was another one we picked up out of the junkyard. But you know, it's just going to be a project car, basically, just a project car. Now, last week we had this Jaguar. Now, we hadn't done one of these. I don't think I had. I looked through my files. I don't think I've done one. If I did, I must have missed putting it down. But this was a beauty with a dark metallic look. Beautiful purple inlays everywhere underneath. And you guys did not disappoint. Once again, you guys did not disappoint. Why do I say that? Well, today was the first day or the first week in a very long time that we had a tie. That's right. I had 4 votes sell, 4 votes save. So the tiebreaker is whoever posted a save or sell first would be the tiebreaker. So with that being said, Rockin' voted to save it. So he was the tiebreaker of this. So Rockin', thank you very much. Appreciate you commenting. And this bad boy gets to go to the parking lot. That's right. No, don't give up, guys. I mean, Dixie needs a lot of help for the sell votes, and she's always telling me to sell, and that's okay. But this week was I had to go back, and I had to even go back into the emails. This is how weird it is. I have to go into the emails and see when the emails come in, when the comments come in, because you know, like YouTube doesn't give you time; it just tells you 1 day ago, 2 days ago, or whatever. And if you have a bunch of them that said, you know, 3 days ago, you don't know which one came in first, and they're not even in a chronological order when you're looking at them. So I have to go to my email when I get notified there's a comment. So that's how I did it. All right, Rockin', you are the star in this series right now because you got to let me save it. All right, let's do what we do best. We hit the junkyard and we'll find something out here and we'll make it radical. So let's hit it. All right, out here in the rust and the dust, I already see right across the way there a Ford. I think this is an F350, I believe this bad boy is. Yeah, Super Duty. I don't know if I've done one of those. I don't think I have, but I wasn't like really interested in doing one of those. We do have another Impala, which we have done. Impala, did we do an Impala? 178,000 miles. We already have one doing we've got a convertible in there right now, and we're doing a resto with it. But one of my rules is that it needs to be under 150,000 miles. And it's kind of hard to find anything in here. For this series, I want to go 150. Sometimes I break that rule because I can't find anything, but for the most part, I try to stick with it. So like this little booger right here, 202 turbo standard, we could have probably done that, but it's out of range. We've done one of those. We've done a Fiesta, so let's keep moving around here. Ford Mustang. This is an LX. This is 128,000 miles. This could be a contender. Knowing it is a Ford may reap some bad vibes on YouTube, but hey, that's okay. Yeah, this is another one of mine. This Pro Stock. We have done one of these before. This is a beastly engine. Even without the performance upgrades, it's beastly. And we have done one of those. Yeah, Huracan, we've done. The Ferrari, we have done. But that's a 458. Don't remember if I believe we have done this before. Are there in the engine? No, it doesn't give me. And I could do the supercharged one if I had opportunity to. But okay, so we have that. Another. We did the Jaguar. VW Bug Type 1, 143. BMW Lit Edition at 120. Firebird. Bandit, Chief Train Bandit. And this is a Sakura GT. Nope. And another vanilla car, the Panther Mark 1. Alright, this is going to be a tough one here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what I'm going to do. Look at the Christine. 198,000 miles. Not anything with it. It's an S2000 back there, Honda S2000. This Morgan, this bad boy right here, I wish I could find one for less than 200,000 miles. This Duesenberg Mormon Meteor. It's just actually a really cool car. What do we got here? We've got the Ford Escort Rally, Aston Martin, DB8. Another Aston Martin, another Aston Martin Vantage. Okay, another classic Mustang. And these classic Mustangs, I'd love to do one of these as well, but they're never under never under 150,000 miles. Mercedes-Benz. And what's left here? This is a GTO. It's a stock GTO V8, 158,000 miles. Okay, so that could have been something. So let's peruse back over here. I think I'm gonna go with the Mustang. I know I haven't done one of these before, and I know it is a Mustang. And people are gonna be like, "Oh, Hurst, you didn't do the Mustang. You shouldn't have done the Mustang." But I'm thinking I'm gonna try and give it a shot here. I mean, it is under 150,000 miles. What's the color of it? I can't paint it this red color, so we'll gotta find something else to do with it. We're gonna go ahead and buy it. It's a little over budget, but that's okay. We're gonna buy it, send it to the garage. Let's do something different with it. I already know Dixie's Answers is gonna sell it because it's a Mustang, but I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of other Ford haters out there that'll love to see me sell this bad boy. But let me see if I can't change your minds. Let's hit the garage. All right, let's go get this lovely piece of machinery that we have out here. Woohoo! All right. So thanks, guys, for hanging out with me today. I certainly appreciate it, and I hope this video is fun. You all happy and healthy. I've done a little bit of woodworking during the course of the week, so that's nothing too exciting, except for I'm looking at this car. This is an awful looking color with green with a red interior. Absolutely atrocious. This is awful. Yeah, let's go ahead and just take these pieces off. I cleaned it off all for nothing, I swear to God. Go ahead, take that off, take that off. Anything else? Oh, fender. Okay, so we gotta keep an eye on that. Car part 4. Okay. Car part 3. So we gotta remember some of these parts. Alright, let's send you back over to lifter number 1 and get the body work done on it. See what we got here. Here we go. $500 is a fair price to say. Aha. See, so right rear door, take that off. Take the plate off. What else is looking nasty on here? Nothing else, it looks like. Okay, so you're going back. Let's go ahead and take care of the interior here. Kind of mixing things up a little bit. Okay, so I want to add and a steering wheel, which I'm going to get my own steering wheel, to be quite honest with you. I am looking for something different. So let's see here. Interiors. We're going to go with the leather seats there. And then we're going down here. This spice things up a little bit. It is like one of the newer cars. So I'm thinking maybe the steering wheel right here. I think I'm going to go with that. Give it some nice look to the inside of it. So let's go. So my interior, even though it looks like it's, I feel like that goes pretty good in there. All right. Do I have an oil pan on you? I do not. I don't. Nope, no oil pan, so I don't have to worry about draining oil on that. Go ahead and put you up in the air. So my interior is going to be 100% complete, it looks like. 100%? Yeah. Interior and the framework, because I've refixed everything. So yeah, we're going to jump in here. We're going to go ahead and take the rear end apart. And then I'm going to buy all new parts, paint it, and then we'll be back in a few minutes. All right? Okay, stay tuned. Whew, that was a lot of parts. I feel like the rear end, these rear ends get longer and longer each time I go back there to try to paint these silly things. It just seems like it takes forever. All right, going with the blue metallic look underneath the rear end of this thing. I'm thinking we're going to probably keep the whatever engine up there like a Ford blue. So it'll kind of match up what we've got going on back here as far as the theme of things. But I think the metallic blue, I actually came across this by accident. I was like tinkering around with the slider controls of the blue and thought, well, this actually looks really, really good. So I stuck with it. All right. Bearing in there. Don't have the necessary parts. What? Maybe something was amiss on that one. Huh. I don't know why I missed it. I think I know why. I get in a hurry when I buy the parts, and I skip over some of these sometimes. Differential cover did go chrome, and the chrome pieces you see back there are going to be 90%. However, I can't do anything up front 90%. I can do a few things, but I can't do like the inner and outer tie rods. So I'm just going to keep this at 100% up there. Not a big deal. All right. I've always wanted to paint these trailing arms like yellow, like a oh, what are they called? Traction bars. I used to have a set of traction bars on my 68 Camaro, and did they work? I don't know, but I thought they looked cool. I mean, back when I was younger, I painted them a bright yellow, and so they stuck out from underneath the car. You know, people would know, ooh, he's got traction bars. Must have a lot of power underneath that hood. And that's just the way. That's just the way it is. Sometimes, you know, you just try to psych people out. The same Camaro. I had a guy that I worked with. He was a blowhard, basically. He thought he had the fastest car, you know, in the shop, and you know this, that. And I think he had a Monte Carlo Super Sport. I think at the time, like an '84 Monte Carlo Super Sport. And I was like, well, yeah, okay, I'll race you. And he goes, well, what do you got? And, you know, and I got the 68 Camaro. So we go out to the car, and he goes, pop the hood on it. So I popped the hood, and the day before, this was like a Tuesday, I think, and it was like the weekend before, right? I had cleaned the engine compartment completely. Of course, I sat in the car wash for a while because I got my points wet, but I've got other stories for that too. But I had it all cleaned up, right? And I painted the engine a nice bright orange and installed like a chrome kit, chrome valve covers, air cleaner, you know, put XL spark plug wires on it. So it hinted, you know, with that yellow against the orange and the chrome. And as soon as I popped the hood, he was like, nope, I don't want to race. So he chickened out. I had a 327. A stock 327 is all I had in it. And it was backed up with a 2-speed automatic, a slip and slide power glide. But I'll never forget, he was like, nope, 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 I don't want to race you. It was quite hilarious. Anyway, let me get these pieces all taken off here, and we'll get back into building this thing and less stories. All right, I'll see you in a few. Phew. I'm telling you, this day has gotten the best of me so far. All right, so while we were away, I went ahead and did everything in the engine compartment. Got that all taken care of. Let's get this bad boy lifted up. Let's put together some shock absorbers before I start assembling everything over there and find out that I didn't do that. Got it. All right. Here we go. Bring that metallic look forward. Definitely keeping with the chrome up front as well. The one thing I did not do on this one is keep, I should say what I did do is keep the lower suspension arm here. I usually go with the TK aftermarket, but I don't know. I just, I wasn't feeling it this time around, I guess. So I didn't think I needed it. So we're going to stick with just a stock one right now, and not so much an aftermarket. I don't know, what would you say? Not necessarily an aftermarket add-on, but who looks at the bottom of these cars anyway? I know, I do. I just came back from a car show this past Friday up at our little community center, which used to be the, I believe it used to be the high school there. But anyway, I counted it probably in the vicinity of 200 cars there. And this is a something that started out as just a few cars here and there, has started into that. It's really made, just has grown so much over the past few years. It's just crazy how much it's grown. I'm gonna have to post pictures over on our Facebook group, or not our Facebook group, but of our Discord channel, so you can see what I'm talking about. I can't really get the scope of how many cars are there, but man, I like going up there, just kind of tooling around a little bit. I just see 2 Vipers there now, which was interesting to me because, excuse me. In Naples, Florida, when I went to a few car shows, there I think the in Naples on 5th. If you ever go down to Naples, they do a Naples on 5th, and I think it's in February or March. I'm not sure which. But anyway, lots of high-end cars. Anyway, because I say that is because they didn't have any Vipers there. I think maybe they had. I regress. I think they had one. So, Perrysburg here had 2. Yeah. So it was like just a little piddly town. Huh. We got 2 Vipers as compared to Naples, Florida, of all places. It's like, wow, I can't believe this is happening. All right, let's go ahead and start taking care of the body on this thing. Okay, fresh imports. Where's my Mustang? So I was trying to figure out where the back seat is. So this is going to be an LX. We're going to keep it as an LX just because there's not many of them out there that I've seen, actually. So, it'll be nice to have one of these out there. Okay, that. Okay, so we've got. Oh, that's all part of it. Okay. Okay. Man, this thing has a lot of parts. So if you've got this mod from Dead Bob 777, you know how many pieces you've got. There's tons of pieces in this thing. Ford emblem up front, antenna, chrome, trim. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Okay, we've got. Okay. Put a notch back. Yeah, you don't see many of these. I think I've got. Maybe not. Put a notch back. Okay. Rear clamshell. Any trunk? Okay, where is the rest of my red interior? That's what I'm looking for. Alrighty. Yeah, me thinking this had a red interior. I don't know why I thought what I was doing underneath the rear end. I don't know why I was doing that. Anyway, I just sat here and realized I got a red interior. Oh my goodness, what the hell was I thinking? Oh well. We'll figure this out now. I'm not changing anything now. I have a headlight. Nope. But I will soon. I got, wait a minute here. Shopping list. Okay. Go back. Jeez. Thought something was off. I hit it twice. I think that's what happened. Okay, is the body 100% complete? Body's 90% complete. What am I missing out on? Front and back license plate, car part 1I, which I knew I was going to forget. So what is 1I? 1I. Okay, don't know how to get that on there. So let's see here. Where was the one that said red interior? Looked like it was a... saw something on here. Window B, red interior. Okay, so maybe taking that off and go, nope, notch back. Don't think I've got an interior for the back of this bad boy. Interesting. Okay, so we'll dump that out. Okay, let's look at my inventory real quick because I think I've got a couple pieces here that are... I have too many pieces. Yep, too many pieces. All right, so much for that. So we've got the body all together. The interior is 100%. The body is outside the front and rear license plate is in good shape. All right, we're going to hit the engine up, and I'm going to figure out the tires, wheels and tires. I'll be back in a few minutes, okay? All right, stay tuned. All right, the engine's complete. We decided to go with the 429 Cobra Jet. I think that will work. I think that'll work just fine. Didn't do too much as far as painting it. Decided to go with, just the Ford Blue block. I did paint the air intake chrome. The valve covers are a little bit of chrome on there. Of course, the yellow of the XL. Distributor and wires, and that's, for the most part, that's about it. We're going to go ahead and put you up in the air. The wheels and tires I've decided to go with, believe it or not, I might be slipping on you guys, but I actually like the Typhoon ones. I tried a couple of different ones, but we're going to go with the set of 18s on it. It's going to go with a 285 on the back. The 285 on the back takes up a little bit of room up there, but she's good. I think it's going to look all right up there. 245s up front. So yeah, we did 245s up front, and I think they're actually cutting into the 245. Yeah. Yeah, they're actually cutting into the brake. Look at the brake there. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Anyway, all right. So much for that. I'm gonna put these on. All right. So I think it looks pretty good. It's almost like a sleeper. It's a sleepers. It's a sleepers. That's what it is. We are gonna go with a custom block, custom gearbox. We're gonna go with these pipes. Regular starter. And of course, carbon fiber drive shaft. Can't go without that. Alright. I think that's about it for this beast, is it? 100% all the way around, with the exception of the license plate, of course. Let me go slap a Quayzar plate on the back of it. Any of these other pieces, all that stuff I can sell. So I'm not putting one up front. We'll put one on the back. There we go. All right. Now with that being said, I have to tackle the red interior and what I have underneath. If I went with a white car, it would be red, white, and blue. It'd be kind of crazy to do that. But I have a feeling I know what I want to do with it. And I'll meet you over in the paint booth after I get done with the test path. All right, in the paint booth, this burgundy has got to go. But like I was saying earlier, get rid of this crap out of my... Don't need any of that. Okay, so what I was saying is if I painted it white, it would be a red, white, and a blue underneath. It's kind of cheesy, in my opinion. We've already done a bunch of silver cars, which would kind of work. The car was a red, We can also go with a dark red with a metallic. The red on red just doesn't look great. So I'm thinking black. Black with a red interior with the black and blue underneath. We are looking at what liveries do we have? We should have a few. Yeah, none of these are gonna. They're all race related. Gray two-tone. And this is what it basically is the gray two-tone. So we're going to go with the gray with black. Just to kind of highlight. You know, I don't know if I want the gray. LX stripe. Where's the LX stripe at? No idea. I'm not a... oh, down there. That's actually kind of cool. Gold stripes. Gold trim. Lane stripes. With the black. I think that's actually pretty cool. We're going to go with that right there. With the black interior, with the red interior. Yeah, we'll go with that. All right. So, yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's send you over to the dyno station. Let's see if we can get into dyno. All right. I do have a carb to tweak. Boom. There we go. Got a 3% gain out of it. All right. Oh, tripping over something. Okay, here we go. Start it up. Woohoo! Nice gain, 508 with 605 pounds of torque. So that's not too bad. We're right in the middle of a B class drag rating. That's all right. I think these windows are really big on here, so I think we do need to do some tinting on them. And I think I'm going to do some tinting all the way around instead of, you know, I usually take the windshield out, but I think we're going to do all the way around. Let's go 50%. No, not 59. Wow. Okay. Done. 50% tinted. All right. Now, since you're out front here, now it's time for you guys to shine. Let me know what you think. Is this bad boy a save or a sell? Let me know in the comment section down below. And I will talk with you all very, very soon. Guys, take care. And we'll see you all later. This is Quayzar saying goodnight. And I am out.